Hello, it's Edith Silent Silverwolf of Love and Above, and I am here with this week's Thought of the Week. This week's Thought of the Week is a quote from Tony Robbins, which is where focus goes, energy flows. And we're thinking about that this week. Where focus goes, energy flows. So, I'm going to take a good old example, and we may all identify with this at some point in our life if we don't right now, which if you don't right now, awesome. So, the example is watching TV. How many times have you worked in an office and the main topic of conversation is what happened on a soap the night before, on a drama series? And don't get me wrong, if it's a one-off or if it's a really good, there's nothing wrong with watching a documentary. Oh my goodness, there are some really good ones out there. If it's educational, I'm all up for it. But sometimes we watch these things day in, day out. How many soaps is there on TV or serial programs on TV that is on every single day? Because they're capturing you and your energy goes into it, and all of a sudden, did you see what happened to so and so last night in the soap, and would have I done the same thing, or I think that's really bad what's happened, or it captures the whole energy. It captures, these conversations capture what's going on in the soap, and the energy, where the focus is on those conversations, is on those things. So all the energy goes into watching these programs so that you can have these conversations. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with watching these things, but it's about where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you're using that not as a focus, you're watching the serial just for something to watch while you're eating dinner, or just because somebody else in your household wants to watch it and you're not really paying attention, or maybe it's a time of bonding between you and someone else in the family that you're able to discuss it with them afterwards. You may have a lot of different other reasons, or maybe you just enjoy watching the soap, and if that's it, that's fine. Maybe it's a form of relaxation for you. Maybe it's just half hour out of your day for that. So, whatever your reason, but look at where your focus goes. If your focus is going on things that would help you be successful in your life, if it is learning a new skill to help you become more successful, if it is something that will help you grow as a person, and then all of a sudden all your focus is going there, all your energy is going into that, you're naturally going to become more successful because that is where your energy is flowing. If someone decides that they're going to run a marathon, all their energy, all of a sudden all their focus goes into what are the right foods I should eat, what times of the day should I be eating these foods, what sort of training program do I need to be able to run a marathon. All this research goes into it, so all of a sudden naturally they start putting these things into practice because that's where the energy is going. Then all of a sudden they're practicing and they're following this plan and training to run a marathon. Then they run the marathon and people just think, oh wow, you did a really good job, and they're just like, yeah, I might have done that, but there was a lot of work that went into it, not just the day itself. I remember having a discussion with somebody when a celebrity decided to run a marathon with absolutely no training, and at mile 20 they collapsed. Now they didn't finish the marathon either. A lot of people will know who are marathon runners, and they train to run a marathon round about mile 20-ish. There's something called the wall, and all of a sudden it's this battle of wills of being able to carry on. All of a sudden the mind is playing tricks. It's just like, I can't get any further, I don't think I can run any further. This celebrity had hit the wall, had no training, did not know what to do. Maybe the celebrity had not been hydrating either. That's a huge thing throughout a marathon, is being able to hydrate. And so this celebrity, I remember having a conversation, and they were just like, yeah, this celebrity did really, really well, be able to get to do 20 miles in a marathon with no training. I'm just like, really? I'm just like, I think the celebrity, my personal opinion was, the celebrity makes a mockery of all those people who go out there and who actually prepare, who train, who do everything they need to do to be able to run a marathon. That was my personal opinion. Made a mockery of these people, as if they're saying to the public, it's all right, you can run a marathon with no training. Where these people, particularly, I mean, it doesn't even need to be the elite marathon runners. People who aren't elite marathon runners, they spend so much of their life and their focus on training. So there's this whole, so where all the focus goes, the energy flows. So this person's successful in running a marathon and keeping hydrated and knowing what to do when they hit the wall, or knowing when they've got an injury, when to stop. Because sometimes if you have an injury and you're still going to go the distance, you could actually make it permanent, instead of, I've got an injury, it's not a battle for today, it's not the end of the world if I don't finish this marathon. Although if you've put a lot of time and effort into it, you may want to, but the answer, but there's an injury there, best not to carry on. So there's a clear example of where your focus goes, your energy flows. So have a think about it this week. Where does your focus go during the week? Where does it flow? Where is your energy flowing? And if you don't like it, change it. It's as simple as that. Change it to something that you want to. Now, to begin with, it can be, you can go into two spaces with when you're trying to change your focus. You can either get into the zone and all of a sudden it's like you're obsessed with it for weeks and months before it becomes a natural part of your life. Or there's the other side, where you're absolutely just resisting it. Even though you know it's really good for you to change your focus, you're absolutely resisting it. And if you're one of these people where you're absolutely resisting it, take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Take time and just put in the work, and don't, if you can only do 5-10 minutes at a time, do 5-10 minutes at a time, because that's 5 to 10 minutes more than people who are not putting their focus into it. So there we go. There's this week's thought of the week. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell icon, and it will tell you every time I put up a new video, which is 4 to 5 times a week. And keep rocking your awesomeness.